Hey everyone, it's back to walking in education. So I went and I had an appointment with a client today, and it was a very expensive house in the sense of, the average houses that we're selling. So he asked me, "Hey, listen, can you do me a favor? I'd really like to know how much my house is worth. Beautiful home, a lot of land, but I have to look at the negatives too." Now, some of the negatives were there was multiple houses his size in the area that he was looking to sell. It wasn't like he'd be the only one and be like needle in the haystack, It was multiple homes that weren't even pending yet. They were still active. There was new builds that were about the same size as his, brand new, right? And the other two factors was, for the size house, he had, let's say, a 5,000 square foot house on, let's say, over 10 acres. There was no pool, which a lot of the houses had pools. And the other factor was the roof was old. It was a 20-year-old roof. So when I was going over the numbers with him, I said, "Look, you have a beautiful estate. I'm not taking that away from you. But the biggest factors involved are there's other multiple homes on the market. So why would somebody want to buy yours when they can buy a brand new house, when they can buy that one down the street with the pool?" So as we were going over the numbers, I said, "Look, I believe your number is about 2.9. And I said, this is where the justification comes from. These are the comps, everything else. This is what you have to watch out for." Nicest guy, by the way. Literally nicest guy. He said, "I talked to a couple agents and every one of them think it's way more expensive." And I said, "Of course they do." I said, "Let me ask you this much. Why is your house worth more than these two right down the street that are both the same size and both have pools? So yours is more expensive in the eyes of these other agents." So he says, "I agree with you 100%. He's like, "I was thinking the same number." He goes, "Why do you think they all came in higher?" I said, "Easy. They're lying to you to get your listing. So you'll sign a contract with them, and then when it can't sell, they're gonna have to price reduction." Now here's the cool part. I said to him, "This is what we do. We're gonna do a huge marketing plan. We're gonna invite all the doctors, the dentists, the attorneys, the chiropractors, the business owners. We're gonna do a huge open house for them. We're gonna invite all the agents that have properties that have sold or pending in the area that might have clients. We're gonna have it catered, the whole nine. We're gonna do this marketing video." I was just going on. And he's like, "None of the agents are gonna do any of that." I said, "Exactly. This is the problem. When you're in a super hot market and the house is selling really fast, or you're talking to your friends or your neighbors and they're all like, 'Man, my house sold in 30 minutes. Well, yeah, it was such a hot market. People were just buying stuff from different states sight unseen. It's not the same anymore, right? So when these agents are coming in and they're not getting listings and they're saying, 'Oh, your house is worth this just so I can get,' that is, to me, the most unprofessional thing you can ever do as an agent, is tell somebody that their house is worth more just so they'll hire you, and then you get the listing and then you're just going to bring down the price. Or if you're not going to spend any money marketing the house. As a seller, you have to do your due diligence. You have to realize who's telling you what you need to hear compared to who's telling you what you want to hear. And you have to realize, what are they going to do? Give me a spreadsheet. What are you going to do for my house? How are you going to sell this house? Anybody can put it on MLS. Anybody can do that. So what are you going to do? So these are things you got to look out for in this upcoming market as inventory gets more and more, especially if you're a house that there's multiple houses already on the market. So any questions you have, let me know. I'm going to continue on my walk so I can look good for Halloween. Talk to you guys soon.